everybody, and welcome to the show YouTube's own chief officer agreed once called an absolute waste of bandwidth because I can't monetize them. It's PubChat.
It's the only show on YouTube where we learned how to duck.
Any moment now, you're going to see virtual tomatoes coming at me, you know? How's it going, everyone?
It's talking to you, not me.
It's funny. They never answer. Fuck. I mean, I turned my volume way up.
Yeah.
Like, just come on. I can't hear anyone.
It'd be great if you just hear the background. Hey, we're okay, Dick. Thanks for us.
That's what we need, a crowd sound. We're good. Get on with it.
Get on with it.
We're fighting the heat again here today in my area. 42C again. Woo, baby. It's warm.
That's the 42 show.
Yeah, well, there you go. See? Right number, wrong day. Mother Nature.
And wrong standard unit of measurement.
Yeah, that's true too, right? You know? Yeah, in the UK, you guys aren't getting the best summer at all, are you?
Not at the minute. I mean, well, I'm kind of used to that. You know, sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes, you know.
Yeah. Crazy Cat was saying, yeah, you know, like 16, 17 Celsius today. I'm like, shit, man, at that temperature, I'm putting on a long sleeve, you know? Not good. So, speaking of the UK, specifically England, sorry about your luck, but Spain won. I hope you have a good night drinking it off.
Now, you shouldn't have said that.
Why?
Because, you know, because there might be some people who haven't actually watched the match yet. And you know you don't like people spoiling the Formula One for you.
True. Okay.
You might have a soccer fan out there who's going, right, Dawson, you set the challenge.
There's
now.
nobody watching the Euros calling it soccer, number one.
Actually, I tell you one thing. There's probably no one watching football who's a fan of football and didn't watch it.
Yeah. You know?
I think everybody was watching it. Took Dixie out for a walk earlier, and you could hear like all the houses with parties in the back, and everyone was like screaming and shouting, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Nearly, oh!"
Well, our one of our newest mods there, Leslie Bowe, she was showing pictures, and there's big, huge screens everywhere where she is, and because of the outcome, oh yeah, it's party time in her town.
Yeah. Switch the screens off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She gets no sleep tonight. None.
Well, where is she? She's not in England.
Jesus Christ.
if she's in England, there's no partying going on in England now. You just go outside, it's stony silence.
But doesn't that answer your own question then? Where else would she be where it would be the biggest party ever right now?
Okay, the news.
That's right, Easter Island.
Pakistan.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess, you know, that's a thing. One and done. Yeah, I didn't pay attention. You know, it's not my thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is that other thing, you know, that's hit the news recently that we could briefly touch on. Yes, that was the last thing he heard.
So, for those that don't know, Trump got his ear pierced, but I think he could have gone about it in a more simple way.
Oh dear, poor bugger.
Yeah, I think he had a little blood thing in his hand and went to his ear and did that and then had the fake blood out. And
no, it was ketchup. It was a sachet of ketchup for his chicken nuggets.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like real Heinz ketchup. It was just some off-brand.
McDonald's. Oh, yeah, because that's the thing. I wonder if he's going to have like a little nick out of his ear now. There's a little piece missing.
He'll have somebody make up a little insert thing as if he's wearing, what do those guys call it, where you put the fake gold thing over your teeth? Oh, what is
Rappers.
that? Yeah, I prefer them on Snickers bar because it keeps my fingers clean. But no, but what do they call a bridge? Is that a grill? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a grill.
Well, they're going to put a grill on his ear.
Yeah, Michelle got it.
That would look
Yeah,
weird.
that's what they call it, a grill, and you get this fake gold insert thing you pop over your teeth. I just can't imagine, Now, I'm not saying it looks bad and you're a dork or anything, but there's just no way I could do that.
Hey, at least you got teeth to put it on.
Carl in the chat, veneer.
Yeah, walnut.
Yeah. Now, don't let the stain drip down your mouth. But
it's funny because I put a post up on Facebook, but they didn't. I don't think they allowed it. I was basically saying, wishing Donald a swift recovery so he can get back onto his comedy circuit again.
Yeah, it's like the Joe Piscopo comeback tour.
Oh my God, is he not going to shut up about it though now? You just know. You just know it's going to be part of his routine now,
But yeah, I don't know if anybody saw it. I'll try to find it here. There's actually a picture where you can see the bullet in the air before it gets to Trump. Somebody got the frame sync right, and you can see it.
Oh, yeah. And I've seen it. I've seen it on the other side of him as it whizzed past him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe you saw another picture, but
yeah. How many people, when they heard the news, was like, oh, Trump was shot at, it clipped his ear, he ran away, okay? How many people out there, honestly, were just like, oh, could this make him, like, unbeatable now? That stupid picture of him with his fist in the air and stuff? I mean...
No, he's gonna work it. He's going to work it with the crowds. And I don't blame him.
I'm unkillable!
Yeah. I mean, Biden probably wouldn't do it because he's got a bit more class than Trump. We know that. Come on, even
definitely
Trump supporters can admit that. But no, he's definitely going to use it as much as he can.
Definitely.
I mean, the posts I saw coming out of Twitter as soon as the news was breaking, it's like Trump took a bullet for America. So no, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Because quite frankly, he'd wished you were there in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's fascinating. Absolutely. And my God, the conspiracies were coming faster than the facts.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was coming up with these ideas, and I put in one tweet. It says I think it was basically a Trump supporter who basically came back. He's a time traveler. Has come back to correct his bad decisions.
He's come back to right his wrongs.
Yeah, exactly. And quite frankly, at that moment in time, it was probably just as good as any other conspiracy that was coming out.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've almost found this. Yeah, here we go. Here you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, it's chemtrails.
Yeah.
Chemtrails got him.
Yeah, but that's the path of it right there.
I think that was just the wax coming out of his other ear.
That's after, because the shooter was on Trump's right. I've seen the layout of the buildings, right?
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, is it a flaw of the gun? Is it the ammo, or does the person just not have enough practice?
Wow. I do have some facts on this.
Sorry, I know that joking about this is kind of lame because like somebody's lost their life too in critical condition. So please understand, we're not making fun of the situation. Just Trump. Right.
No, we'll make light of it as much as we can. We've got to do that. But no, the guy was Thomas Matthew Crooks was the 20-year-old guy who was the shooter. But apparently, you're asking about his ability to shoot. He did actually try out for the varsity rifle team, and he didn't make the team.
Wow.
I think he tried again another time. He didn't get in, and then he never tried again. So yeah, he wasn't quite good enough to get onto the team.
Wasn't quite good enough to hit his target.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, I wouldn't wish that sort of thing.
No, exactly. Right.
But
I mean,
I would imagine there's a lot of people who are just like going, oh no, just one more inch.
Yeah, I know exactly. I do wish a bullet in the head for Vladimir Putler. Absolutely, I'm not hiding that. But Trump's just a moron in my view of the world. And if I wished all the morons dead, well,
we'd lose our audience.
Don't say that. We're the morons here.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because we wouldn't be here to give the show, right?
Well, yeah, there's going to be conspiracy theories about what I just said there, and the people will be taking it the wrong way.
Yeah, Michelle in the chat. Well, there'd be parking everywhere. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It is strange because like this was like the one seemingly clear opportunity for someone to have taken out Trump, and that opportunity is probably no longer going to be
That's right. It's
available.
gone. Right. Because the lack of security here was bad. Like people even pointed out to security the dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They were pointing out before he shot.
Yeah.
And also, it seems like the special services sniper who took out the shooter seemed to be very, very quick on the game, almost like he knew where he was. Very odd. Very odd.
It's almost like they had seen the person and went, no, he's clear. It's fine. And then instantly when there was a shot, it was like, it's got to be him, which means that a whole whack of people are getting fired. Right?
Well, yeah, use that word carefully.
Because I seen that movie and Clint Eastwood was way better at protecting the president than these people.
It was kind of ironic. There was a lot of people behind Trump during the shooting there. They were holding up banners saying "You're fired."
He does this all the time. He gets the zealots with the signs and the hats to sit behind him.
No, but there were people holding signs up saying "You're fired." I think it was aimed at Biden.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just like "You're fired," and then suddenly crack.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I'll say too, because of Hollywood and whatnot. First time I saw the video, I heard the sounds and I was like, that's just an airsoft gun. Somebody shot a paint pellet at him or whatever.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said to my son too. I said, because it sounds like it's an air gun. What do you call it? A paintball gun.
Yeah.
It made the same sound of a paintball gun. As it's like reloading. But
then when you look at the map of the place and they show you where he was and stuff, he's pretty far away. Right. But I'm in a more country rural environment. I have been out shooting before, and I've been like at the campfire with getting a beer or something, and people are like 100 yards over there shooting, and that's not what it sounds like. But I also went to audio engineering school, and I know that the microphone in front of Trump is not made to pick up external sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? This is the problem, This isn't like a Formula One race or a sporting event where they're miking the crowd to get it on TV, right? Although I'm surprised they don't mic the people at the back because they're just screaming for him like, well, zealots, like I said,
There was some interesting stuff in the footage as well when they were. Oh, I'll tell you one. There's a couple of things I thought were quite interesting. Was when the Secret Service were surrounding Trump, it's like protecting him in this. I wouldn't have done that. It's like try. They're all standing around him, ready to take the bullet for him. No. If there's anybody, that's not going to be the guy I'm going to take a bullet for. But they're all surrounding him, and he's going, "Oh, let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes." He's like, come to the podium. He's going, "Oh, it's been a hard day. I'm going to slip my shoes off." So he's standing there behind the podium, with his shoes off. Let me get my shoes. I want to dub on there. Let me put my pants back on.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, zip me up, damn it. Here's a little thing I found. So here, let me bring this up. I don't really know what we're gonna see here. So that's him going, wow. Oh yeah, there's some actual blood, right? Okay, yes, thought we were going to see stuff up. I didn't realize it was going to be self-indulgent tripe. Okay, hold on. We'll try this again.
I did grab a superb image of him, like a candid shot of him on the ground behind the podium, just like between the legs of Secret Service. He's just like cowering on the ground.
Oh yeah.
That was a great image.
Let me just bring up this here. What do we got?
I suppose I should be in the green room. I could post it.
Oh yeah, me too. Look at
that. We both forgot.
These morons. Just like we said earlier. There we go. There's the one we just saw, the picture, right? I don't narrate these videos well. I'm not one of those people that can just make up crap about this.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's
but
our
I
job.
can do it. I do it without the visual prompt. You know, this throws me off, you know. Look at that. It's just a static picture. God, don't recommend channel.
Oh, come on. Get yourself in there. Get in the green room, you bastard.
Yeah, okay, I'm in there.
No, not you. Oh, I just posted it twice now. Brilliant.
You're no better at this than I am. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks like, well, I would say the second one's ketchup, the thicker one. No, I'm just kidding.
It could be like Rudy Giuliani. It's just like hair dye.
I think it's funny that Louis Rossman did so many videos showing how corrupt New York is to have a business in when he was there. And Giuliani was the mayor of New York for a time.
Yes, and Trump was like the biggest businessman in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very strange.
I can only imagine how much money Trump made for Giuliani just to bypass things and all that, right? You know?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Let me just get a cold one and I'll be right back. Sorry for the, runaway.
Okay, you run away. There was another fascinating thing when I saw the footage of Trump being taken away into the RV, and there's this guy in a MAGA hat facing back in towards where the camera was, just flipping the bird, going, "Fuck you! Fuck you!" And I was going, I wonder he's doing that too.
That's odd.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Oh, we got a shout out to do here. KK's GG super chat $5. Biden said 45 had the morals of an alley cat. Now he has the notched ear to match. That's funny.
Brilliant. Oh, poor old Trumpy. Little pudding.
I do find it almost funny that one of the big things in the election run-up is one very old man calling another very old man a very old man.
Hey, old man. Who you call an old man, old man?
I know.
Put him up.
You know,
I can still beat you in a fight. Just give me 5 minutes to get over there.
I think they're both literally double JFK's age when he was killed, right? You know,
that's 4 JFKs put together.
That's right.
Yeah. Just somebody had a better shot.
Unfortunately. Let's see here. What else do we got on tap for today? We got a few things that we missed today.
Did we? What do you mean last week?
Yeah, well, you know, during the week, news stories and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'm not prepared, so I don't even know why I brought it up, to be honest. Yeah. That's a kind of stupid thing.
Well, okay, the last thing I will say on this subject, I thought it was very sweet of Biden to actually come out and he actually phoned Trump up to make sure he's all right, and he did.
But he had to.
He did rightly say that there's no room for violence in politics. And he's quite right. It should keep it in the schools where it should be.
Yeah. But no, he had to say that because Biden couldn't move fast enough to, get himself out of trouble's way.
It would have gone in one ear and out the other with him. Didn't even notice.
Yeah. Honey, is it getting breezy?
Is there a door open?
Yeah. Somebody
Oh,
tell George Clooney he farted.
Oh no! Don't bring George into it. What the fuck? What the fuck is George Clooney getting involved in politics as a sad little fuck? You know, it's like, oh, Biden should step down. Okay, then you do it then.
Yeah, but I love Trump's thing you know. Oh, you get involved in politics. Oh, you can't act. What? Yeah, what does one have to do with the other?
Reagan.
Yeah. Eastwood. I'd say Schwarzenegger. He didn't act. He just, had a English coach and somebody to help him with his lines.
He does. I've seen him act. He's a good actor.
Yeah, actually, in the as things went on, like it wasn't hugely well received, but I loved it. Last Action Hero. I thought that was really good.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Him playing the role of the guy who's unaware that he's not superhuman in the real world. He's like, we're fine. That was great.
I'll tell you what, when we run out of material later, I'll come back to this story because I got some shitty movie talk to talk about.
Okay.
But, yeah. Oh, we got another super chat in.
Oh, we do too. We got Royal Castriata coming in with a $10 super chat. Good evening. Oh, hold on. Good evening, old men. Sorry, everybody. There's a big rule around here. Normally, bodily sounds are not allowed, but for the old men thing, it was worth selling it. No humming, no hawing, no vibing. No striving.
He's always telling me off afterwards. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, no.
I can make other bodily sounds.
Different.
Yep.
Yeah. At my age, you can't stop making bodily noises. What are you talking about?
That's why you have a mute button. Oh, sorry. Is my chair squeaking? Damn it. Meanwhile, it's my lower back. Sweet 7433 in the chat is asking me if I've seen The Princess Bride yet. No, but my whole I have a server, I'm so cool thing fell apart on me for a while and I wasn't so cool. But now it's rescued and I'm not cool again. So it's on the top. It's on the table.
He's on the floor. Because I did watch it. I said, sorry, bodily noise. Sorry.
Okay, you get 2 demerit points for that. I'll see you after the show.
Spanky time.
Oh, you ask Annette. I'm not getting involved.
You just watch.
Yeah. Not if I'm charged. Where the hell were we going to go? We did have a thing, and then
you started talking about other things we missed.
Yeah, don't we have one of those recurring stories that we never get to that we could right now, or is that?
I have loads of those constantly.
Yeah. They're the tales of your day.
I always need to have like a few backup stories, for the end of the 42 show, just in case we need extra stories.
Yeah,
these are the stories that always constantly keep getting put into the list and never get into. Do you want me to find one?
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm just looking as well. We did the one about the girl in the bathing suits that sings songs creating earthquakes, right?
Oh, the termites. The termites was an interesting.
Did we ever get to that one?
No.
Where is that one? That one? Hold on. I can find that because I know the thumbnail. I've seen it like 5 times now. Oh, there's the naked Hong Kong person.
Yeah.
There we go. Termites. All right. Got it. Let me just size it up a little bit so it's nice for our viewers on the screen.
Yeah. I'd like to see termites nice and close.
Yeah. No, there's no termites in this picture. Look at this.
Oh, look at those. Look at those termites.
That's
horrible.
a termite mound, man.
It's one big pile of shit.
Yeah,
so
they look like hippies. I mean, it's crazy.
Who else do you think is going to be hanging around termite mounds? I mean, these are scientists, but scientists in South Africa are stunned to discover that termite mounds that are still inhabited in an arid region of the country are more than 30,000 years old.
Are you kidding me? 30,000 years old?
Yeah, some mounds in Namaqualand, estimated to be by radiocarbon dating to be 34,000 years old.
So they were organized and living well in cities, and we were just strolling around picking shit up.
Yeah. We haven't even managed to make fire yet.
Yeah.
And these little buggers were like building homes.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible? Just like
yeah.
the oldest known civilizations known to man. I mean, we have so many civilizations, that disappear. Human ones that disappear, and you go, oh, whatever happened to them? And yet these buggers have built this like housing estate in the back and beyond of Africa, and they're just like, yeah, we're fine. We'll just keep going.
Yeah. Here. Let me bring up a thing here. Because there's an ancient civilization site known as Çatalhöyük. I think that's how you say it correctly, right? Well,
they're not going to be here to argue with you.
Yeah. Very, very ancient, like, around the time of these termites. And look at the way that here, I can bring you up another picture. Hold on. Here we go. I'm sorry, everybody. This takes a second when a website makes me click 1,000 times. Like, they're excavating this big time now, right? And this is the rendition of what it probably looked like. No, sorry. That's the point I'm going to make, though. Look at that. And then look at the termite mound. Look at this. It literally looks like humans were just like, those little little critter dudes that annoy us. Maybe they got the point. Maybe we should, house up like them, right?
They just need to stack those about like 40,000 stories high, and they'll be done.
Yeah. So Çatalhöyük was humanity's first attempt at becoming a termite. You heard it here first.
See, the funny thing is about like human civilization, they usually like disappear because of, lack of supplies, agriculture just can't keep up, or like the Easter Island where they just like chop down all the trees to put the icons up and there's no trees left. And
and then they go, shit.
We're all fucked.
Remember that stuff? What did we call it? Right, shade.
Yeah, food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so human civilization just seems to like rise and fall all the time, and yet these little bastards can just like do it without we're just carrying on. No politics, no religion, none of that shit. Just
that's dude,
a communist society.
The termites, Indiana Jones. This was the whole deal. They're like, dude, we were here a long time before you, motherfucker. Get out.
It belongs to the museum. Well, we built the museum, so what are you talking about?
Oh, man. But yeah, it was an interesting story that we never actually got to get to. There's a few others too.
Well, it's not particularly an interesting story, but it's a fascinating fact.
Yeah,
Yeah. These mounds existed when saber-toothed cats and woolly mammoths were roaming around. It's just like it's really hard to imagine.
Yeah, actually, people talk sometimes. How did like cats, go from like the saber-toothed cats down to kittens and stuff that we have now? Yeah, and I think it's simple. Humans were smart enough to go, we got to get rid of these things, and they just won't die fast enough. So let's tame them.
I think it was just erosion. They, just over the years, they've just eroded down to smaller and smaller.
It's geological.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wind and rain and frost and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there was
in a million times, cats will be so small they'll be actually termites living in little cat mounds.
Yeah, they'll have to team up and work as a hive mind, right? They'll become parasites.
Oh, but they already are.
Yeah.
They already are parasites.
Yeah.
Little fuckers.
Oh, yeah, like Michelle says, they tamed us. Totally, man. I like how Neil deGrasse Tyson says that in the one series of his make of Cosmos. The wolves figured out a long time ago a really good survival strategy. The taming of the humans.
Yeah.
Don't freak them out. Don't be cross at them and stuff. You can get all their cleanups and whatnot, and away you go. You're good.
Yeah.
There was another one I was going to bring up this week. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we did or not because,
Give it a go.
Yeah. But this is a Walmart dude testing out delivery drones. You know what their...
we did this one.
Yeah, their single biggest issue is rednecks with guns. That just was hilarious.
Yeah, no, I think we brought that one up in the after show.
I wasn't sure
because we hadn't got to it.
Yeah.
Just people shooting down drones left, right, and center.
Yeah, could you imagine? Hey,
Who'd have thought that was going to happen?
Yeah,
hey? Honestly.
Bobby Sue, where you going with that gun? Up to the roof, Papa. I'm gonna look for delivery drones, see what I can get for the family. Good job, son.
I mean, there's even in the United States, there are birds who are trying to develop invisibility just so they don't get shot. For flying around.
Yeah.
You put any target up anywhere in the United States. I guarantee, or president or whatever, I guarantee you somebody's going to try shooting at it.
Oh yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah.
I know one thing. Like, I'm not a gun owner. But if I was, like, it would only be like a shotgun or a rifle for, like, hunting or shooting. It wouldn't be like a self-defense weapon, But if I had one and I found a drone lurking around my place, I would instantly grab it and start shooting. So I understand the impulse, right?
I'd aim at it with a Nerf gun or a water pistol. I don't care. It's a target. Just
imagine that. Just hit it with a garden hose. What did I get today? Unless they're like, imagine.
I wonder what kind of things they were actually delivering in those things.
Life-saving medication, because that's reliable.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's nothing.
85-inch televisions, no problem. No. They use wires and grip it by the husk.
There's going to be no packages that are worth more than the actual drone itself.
I know.
It's going to be nappies and,
Yeah. Somebody orders fabric softener. Oh, got to drive that one. I mean, it's just,
Oh, no, not fabric softener. It's too heavy. The drone can't lift
That's what I mean. Somebody will have to drive it, Yeah. Get Jim. He's got a bicycle, It's all right.
and big arms.
Yeah. So I don't understand the idea of drones flying around. And can you imagine now that drones are becoming a very effective military weapon? Drones flying around for delivery, people are just going to be flying off the handle with PTSD reactions and shit.
It's the Chinese. It's the Russians.
Fuck
It's
Red
Amazon.
Dawn, Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. It's my new knickers.
I would hate to be an Amazon drone delivery guy in Ukraine at the minute.
Oh.
You don't stand a chance to get your deliveries through.
No. See, and that would be like the worst idea. Can you imagine if, what's his name, Bezos is that stupid? God. You might as well paint them in the Rusky flag, for fuck's sakes,
I mean, the funny thing is when you see Amazon delivery guys just like swarming around like termites.
Not here. I'm in a remote area. They have to send everything off on other companies. You know that whole one-day delivery if you're a Prime member? I get that on maybe 2 out of 10 orders because it's not possible. You know, I live part of the way up the Rocky Mountains and shit. There's no distribution center near me. You know?
Well, that's your problem, not ours. But
well, it's a problem for a lot of people. It's just if you're in the cities, you don't know it, right? You know.
But you know, I'm just saying, if you just go out and about, to say like where I live, you can see like 3 or 4 like delivery people just like passing each other, going all over the place. You know, all the time. Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about having drones as delivery devices for a long time, but can you imagine what the airways would be like, or just I don't mean the airways, but just your local area if these drones were just like screaming around all the time.
Oh, it would be
the air would be full of them.
With me, with the tinnitus, I would literally lose my shit.
You'll be buying a shotgun on Amazon. That'd be the person
I
you
would.
buy.
Yeah, or like some little Spider-Man accessory that shoots a web just so I can grab those fuckers.
A falcon.
You know? Yeah. No shit, I'm going to get right into falconry. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to bring back the bald eagle.
Yeah, finally I understand a reason for that kind of madness. Now I get it.
Where can I get a pterodactyl?
Oh, I need that remote control pterodactyl that Faulkner had in War Games, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need one of them, and I could just take them out. Yeah.
Actually, the guy who provided that was one of my professors at university.
I wouldn't doubt it. I am not surprised at all.
He was really into his radio controlled planes, and he used to build radio controlled pterodactyls.
Wow, I would too if I could. I mean,
He was a funny guy.
Especially now with those new ornithopter things where they actually flap their wings to fly. Imagine making like a bat or a pterodactyl. Pterodactyl's cooler, but you know what I mean. That's way cooler than going, look, I have an F-16 like everybody's had for 20 years.
No, I disagree with that. I think they're cool in different ways, but I do think ornithopters, you know, when they're like mimicking birds,
they're neat.
in flight, are incredible.
Yeah, man. Do you guys know what we're talking about? If you don't know, here, let me bring up a video.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a fascinating thing that when man was trying to learn to fly, the first thing he tried to do was imitate birds, and he did a terrible job at it.
That's right. That's right. You know, big wings flapping, just jump off a roof. Oh, I'm dead. You know.
But now the technology's got to the point where they can mimic, natural creatures. I suppose you can call birds natural creatures. I think we can by these days. Yeah, just what they can do is just fascinating. I love it.
Wait a minute. I think I'm.
Mind you, having said that, you can also get like flying dolphins and shit like that. You can just put anything in the bloody air these days.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah.
Yeah. You get radio controlled wheelbarrows and flying wheelbarrows and anything can fly now.
Yeah. Yeah, get a blue whale. I'm getting the worst suggestions, Okay, hold on here.
You might have. Yeah, it's one of those sort of things you'll just come across one day and it's just like, wow.
They showed one on the Cletus McFarlane channel recently, right? But I'm getting like, visual effects and whatnot, you know.
Oh, well, if you're going to put in ornithopter into a search term these days, you're going to get the bloody thing from June. That's probably what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
See, birds aren't real.
Oh, dude.
It charges itself by landing on the power lines. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that fantastic?
Can you imagine the load on the...
They all work for the CIA.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. But yeah, isn't that freaking cool, man?
Yeah.
This makes me want to get into RC flight again. I did when I was younger, and my son and I tried, but he was too young, and it was just broken styrofoam everywhere. I still got the controller because we can plug it into the computer, and he can fly that way.
Oh, I bet this shit is hard.
Oh, well, actually, this redneck car guy, Cletus McFarland, that's into flying and stuff, he tried one of these recently, and he said it's just same as flying anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. He was actually shocked. The first time he ever flew it, dude threw it, he hit the trigger and whatnot, and he was like, whoa, this is just flying.
The thing that's incredible about radio controlled modeling these days is some of the just the pre-made ones you can buy. They are so well built. They practically fly themselves.
Especially the quads and stuff. They have all this altitude and all this and blah, blah. Kid can just grab it, and in 5 minutes, it's like learning Mario. They can make it do the stunts because it has stunt buttons,
Well, I remember when the kids were young, we bought like a couple of these little radio control planes, just styrofoam little things. And they were so easy to fly, I couldn't believe it. They're just like, you could give it to a 7-year-old. And he could fly it without even trying. And it's just, he flew it over the fence and it disappeared into some trees, but that's another story. But yeah, they're just so easy to fly. It's incredible.
Yeah, we've got a drone here, and it's got an easy mode where my son was able to, fly it no problem. And it's small, but it's dense and heavy, and it's really good, right? It takes 8 AA batteries to run the damn controller because it's got so much smarts in it. And he was able to learn how to fly it and use the little stunt buttons and make it do some things. But then I was slowly able to teach him how to do a few of those stunts actually. Like, never mind, the button.
Yeah.
This is how it's done, right? And worked out well. My doorbell, just give me a second. It could be Felix home early. Hold on.
Uh-oh. It's the kiddies coming out. Mr. Dawson, my scooter's broken. Can you fix it, please? It's bicycle repairman. It's probably what it is. His chains come off. We'll never know. Or it could be some ladies coming round asking for Dick to come out to play. Oh dear. Who's going to bed, PJ? Elizabeth. Good night, Elizabeth. Thanks for stopping by. So we do have a member message. Is that right? Or was it a super chat? Yeah, from Royal Castriotta. $10. It says, cut the malarkey. Bit late for that. Oh, you're on the wrong show if you don't want malarkey. This is the malarkey show. Where's my co-host gone? What's he doing? Dunk's so sexy. I'll turn my camera on. I'll change your opinion very quickly. Can't do that because I can't switch my camera on because it doesn't allow me now. It's an international convention. Yeah, Dick's gone AWOL. Absent without leave, absolutely, definitely. I mean, who starts a show and then just like, gotta go to the door? It's probably his Amazon delivery. He's ordered a Falcon already. It's just turning up. Who ordered an albatross? Was it you? Your co-host has been ambushed by a visiting drone. Hey, he was there for a second. Then he went again. Oh no, he's back.
I had it muted in case it was him, and it was. So I had a feeling, Oh,
is it Felix back already?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
The visits are getting a little bit shorter, but they came back happy instead of stressed. So,
yes.
I'll take it.
Liz Mailer says in the chat, sent Felix the hat. Yes, we've talked about that So Dick, Liz is here, so you might want to fill in some of the details.
Oh, yeah. Liz, okay, the donut story. So if you don't know it, Felix had a stuffed donut that he would wear as if it was a sombrero. And I told the story on the show, and Liz set him up with an actual sombrero hat that he unboxed and stuff. And I sent her the video, and as soon as he put it on, he starts babbling off in Spanish. He knows the language decent, not like well, but he's learning. And it was really
Enough
funny
to
as
fool
hell.
you.
Hey?
He knows enough to fool you.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was saying real words or not. And there was a couple of chicks up from Mexico working at one of the thrift stores that we like to go to. And I know that like hola and a couple of things were right, of course. But he said like a full sentence to her, and then she answered him, and he said something else, and she laughed. And I was like, is he actually like speaking Spanish properly? And she was like, oh, yeah. Motherfucker, really? I mean, I have no idea, Yeah. So it was really cool. Yeah. It hangs on his wall. He'll put it on if he's watching Acapulco, Eugenio Derbez's new TV show, but it's only for Mexico time. Or he'll put it on if we have burritos.
Why does it have the digestion?
Yeah.
Keeps
and Heather has stuff from Mexico when she gets back to the U.S. because she's in Mexico right now. Felix has a real thing with Mexico because of this actor that he's really fond of.
Oh, is Heather the one selling us the tequila?
Please don't send me tequila. Oh, God, I hate
it. Okay, just send Dick Worms.
yeah, I hate that stuff.
Dick Worms. Ooh.
No. Yeah. Oh, we had a Miss Super Chat here. Did we do World Guest?
Yeah, no, I did it.
Oh, you did. Okay.
No, you can do it. Do it again. Do it again.
Cut the malarkey. That's like Monty Python. All right, stop that. That's silly. And may God strike me down were it to be otherwise. Don't just stand there like you've never seen the hand of God before. He freaks out. I love that. Okay, so where are we here? What time is it? Oh, we're fine. Okay. And I've got everything already, like Felix's supper is ready to just heat up and serve. And he had a big day out. They went boating, and he got to drive the boat for a bit. Quite happy kid. Yeah.
What was the boat called? Titanic.
Knowing the dude that she's hanging out with right now, it's like one of those nice fast ski boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy pants.
Yeah. Well, Felix likes fast, When I was younger and not quite so broken, we drove sports cars, and he loves that. Oh, yeah.
It's in his blood.
Very much. He's been watching Formula One racing with me since he was like 5 years old, and MotoGP.
Even if he didn't want to.
Yeah. Actually, no, he liked it very much, Oh, let's see here. I've got a jar of grass and some scissors and some rolling papers. I only see one option here.
What are we going to make tonight on Blue Peter?
Yeah, tonight we're going to make some weed salad. We're going to start with a nice, fat, crystally bud. We're going to cut it up a bit. We're going to make sure it's nicely leveled out in the rolling paper. Give it a little twisty lick and smoke it down.
Yes, that's like you're the Bob Ross of weed.
No, didn't you notice what I was doing there? Here, hold on. Let me do the gag here. It was fucks to give.
Today we're making fuck off pie. With 1 cup of no one cares, a dash of kiss my ass, add some fuck yous, a pinch of blow me. You're going to want to stir it all together and shove it up your ass.
Oh, PJ's talking to the chat about they're planning a replica of the Titanic called Titanic 2. The maiden voyage is due for 2027. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for years, and it's like he hasn't even got anywhere to build the bloody thing yet.
This time they're going to blame it on 3D printing.
So who wants that? I mean, in this day and age, when you got like cruise ships like the size, like they'll dwarf the Titanic. You could park the Titanic in the lobby of one of these new cruise ships. They're enormous. I don't see the point in recreating the Titanic, because what you're going to do, you're going to recreate the class structure as well. So you can have first class and second class and third class. So you can't afford first class, so you're down to the bloody bowels of the ship. In first class, you got to dress for dinner and all that kind. No one's going to dress. You're dressing for dinner in 2024 or 2027 when this is due. Dressing for dinner is putting one of those T-shirts on. It's got a fake DJ printed on the front of it. That's what dressing for dinner's like these days. Changing your flip flops for sneakers.
Yeah. Well, if somebody said to me, "Aren't you going to dress for dinner?" I'd be like, "But I washed this for today." Talking about? Oh.
Yeah, I am dressed for dinner. Slightly to the left.
Yeah, I'll get changed if I spill gravy all over myself. But
well, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't push your luck, mate.
Yeah, it depends if I plan on just passing out drunk right afterwards, because then it doesn't fucking matter, does it?
And then I've got to captain the ship. There
it is. I lost my scoop.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat was asking me. It was it Michelle? Yeah, Michelle D Kirby. D Corby. I'm not sure there. I'm not using a grinder. I'm using scissors. Yeah, I'm old school. I've got calloused left hand from playing guitar, so I can just hold a little nugget and then scissor it, and I never hurt myself for anything. The scissors just bounce off my fingers, and I always get the exact cut I want. It's like being one of those anal people where a normal coffee grinder isn't good enough to grind coffee because you can't truly control the grind, Yeah, I know. Yeah. Kevin Woldridge says, "I like to bonsai my buds." Yeah, okay, I'm into that. Bonsai it is. I'll play. Yeah, I like that. But depending on the crystal, the stickiness, and all these other, moisture factors and stuff, you never know how many pushes. One could be too much on that grinder and you've got this dust. Whereas when I do it by hand, I've always got full control. I can feel it. I know. And, one thing I'll say, though, is because it's my left hand holding the bud, anytime I want to pick up my guitar, I have to make sure I really clean out the pores. Otherwise, I can ruin a set of guitar strings in like 3 days. Right? They got no tone left at all. They're just full of that crap.
Just grit.
Yeah, you almost got to light them to get it out.
Or lick them.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Especially if that guitar was borrowed.
Yeah, guitars are disgusting things to be, passing around amongst friends.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah. I had to borrow a guitar off a guy for like 2 weeks once because my main guitar that was getting a new neck put on it, and my backup guitar was just garbage, right? It was just, a throwaway. So he lends me the guitar, and the first thing I do is strip the strings off it, and I take one of those green dish scrubby Scotch-Brite things and just scrub all the filth off the fretboard and whatnot and restring it and whatnot. And then I remember when he got it back, he was like, "Did you clean the fretboard?" I was like, "Oh yeah, right down." He was like, "But that's, you shouldn't have done that." I was like, "I couldn't play it otherwise, man. That was some filthy shit. Where your hands been?"
Was he complaining about? Did he think you spoiled the tone?
Well, no, but I think it was just the look because it gets that darker thing to the maple neck, right? You know.
Well, oh, you mean that kind of like thing where you get there's like a elongated ovals of dirt.
It's almost a parabola, right?
Yeah,
you know,
It's a patina of filth.
yeah. And I had to deal with that real quick, man. I can't be doing that, you know. I'm not treading where you treading.
It's like someone says to you, you know, you're playing the guitar and you go, oh, can I play it for a bit? Yeah, put these rubber gloves on.
Oh, dude, funny story. So a cat, this girl that lives in my townhouse complex, her son's a bit on the spectrum, not as deep as mine, but you know what I mean. You know, and he come over the other day because he heard I played guitar and stuff, and he had his guitar with him. And so he had an acoustic with him, right? So I grab it and I start to play it, and I'm just, you know, laying down what I can do. And he was loving that. But then he asked me if I could play with my right hand instead of with a pick with my fingers. So I naturally, as I always do, pop the pick into my mouth so I can get it back real quick and start playing a tune. This dude being on the spectrum, that's his pick. And I just put it in my mouth. Yeah. And he was horrified, right? And I was like, oh, dude, it's okay. I got like ISO in there for, you know, I'll sanitize your pick. It's no big deal. And he was like, okay. And I came out with the ISO bottle and just poured it over the pick and rubbed it. And I was like, there you go. Let it dry. So I didn't mean to totally freak him out, but it's usually my stuff. I didn't even think. I just, you know, acted, right?
Yeah.
You know?
You doofus.
Oh, yeah, man. The look on his face, he was just like, I'll never touch that thing again. It was so funny, right? Yeah. But he's, as a guitar player himself, he's no Yngwie Malmsteen, but when he's like strumming and playing, you can hear that he's making an effort to, you know, pay attention to the dynamics, how how you can be stronger, lighter, and whatnot. It was pretty good, you know. He was all right. I think he's got if he keeps at it, he might have something.
Well, you might have something after putting his pick in his mouth.
Yeah, I almost had to offer, like, okay, I'll just. You know, I'll run to the store and get you.
Yeah,
Here's
some new picks, brand new, sealed in a pack.
Yeah. We got to do a shout out here. Simon Townsend in the chat there, super chat. It's a bad day in America. He missed the twat. We were saying there's got to be a lot of people out there. They're like, you know, you don't want to wish a person dead, but there's quite a few people that are really freaked out about the fact that Trump could actually be in charge of the United States and America for a while.
I actually honestly think that might be. I mean, everyone's looking for a motive for the shooter.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be at all surprised that fear is one of the biggest ones, because a lot of people. You know, let's be honest. A lot of people are pushing the fear factor with Trump.
They're so
being
scared.
In charge.
They're so scared of Trump being in charge that now they're questioning Biden as the person to run against him and stuff. Like this is, you know what I mean? And like Commander McMillan was saying, there's a few states that have already locked Biden onto the ballot at this point. There's no going back. If Camilla Harris, whatever the hell her name is, steps up to be the Democrat person, she is not going to be on the ballot.
Oh, is that how it works?
There's all kinds of strange rules that have been enacted over time because one party who had been excluded for years finally got in and said, holy fuck, we have to fix this so we have a better chance or something. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sort of conversations are going on again in the UK since after the last election. I think these are the sort of things that continually are fiddled with
Well, yeah, like when PJ CNET in the chat showed me the statistics about voters, who they voted for, but who actually won, it leaves you sitting there going, I'm not sure I get the point of this.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Kelly, my wife, about this earlier, and she was actually pointing out that there has actually been some lots of these discussions about the different ways that the voting can be done, and what do you call it? Oh, come on, Peter, help me out here. What do you call it?
Should we just give him your microphone?
At this point, you might as well. Yeah, proportional representation. That's the word I was trying to get out. So you get to the point where you can have proportional representation, but those that actually, people looking at it saying, if actually look at it, it doesn't actually work for X, Y, and Z reasons. And I think there's a lot of that goes on, probably in most of these voting systems. They work in some ways and not in others.
Yeah, one of the big contentious points about elections in the United States, Todd there, Metzger in the chat says Electoral College. I've heard about this and the way it works, and it's a little bit murky to me, dude.
Yeah, I thought I understood the Electoral College until talking to Kelly tonight, and both of us looked at each other and go, Actually, neither of us know. don't understand it.
Right. Like, now, I understand that Vancouver being a big city and where I live being a small city, they're going to get more representation than me. But when the populace votes 60% for one party and the other one wins because of the rules involved in voting, I'm not sure I get it. I understand that you might have a winning party that's not actually in control in certain ridings and stuff, but so be it. Figure it out. There's got to be a better way here. You can't have the majority lose.
Do you think they have made it this complicated because just so we don't know?
Exactly. This is like using Latin back in the day for college and university, right?
I put my coat on the lower peg, but it's a Tuesday. It should have been on the upper peg.
But that's I understand if you live in the suburb of Etobicoke around Toronto and you vote for your representative, they win. But your votes are still one vote apiece towards who the elected governance are. I think they should be separated and not mutated by, but this riding gets more and this gets... The people voted, man. Come on,
PJ in the chat says, in the UK, with first past the post instead of proportional representation, we have the new Prime Minister with 34% of the vote, but 63% of the seats in Parliament, which is funny because, again, when I was talking to my wife about it, we were talking about this first past the post, and we were talking about it for like 5 minutes or so, and then we both realised we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And which was interesting because we were talking about ended up talking about American YouTubers, because there are some decent YouTubers out there who can talk politics, and some of them actually
I wouldn't know who they are.
Well, I know, but some of them actually understand the UK election process, and a lot of them, these handful, they know the election process better than people in the UK. I honestly think that there is a problem as far as education is concerned, because
big time
we don't fucking know.
And somebody a few people in the live chat were pointing out this whole thing with the strangeness and how things work was partly designed because small states don't get enough representation. But states have so much control over their own area. I don't understand why it matters. You could have a low populated state, your people vote, you get the leaders you want, and your votes count for the federal election. Why does lower population get higher representation? To me, I know that there's a way to fudge this and make it make sense. I disagree with that reality and substitute my own. Right?
Okay. Talking about reality and substitution. Now, I'm going to try and give us you kind of an idea of how I think it works, because in the UK, when we have an election, you know, we vote for people locally to take a seat and in Parliament to represent that small area, and then, you know, they count the winners, and the more seats, you end up with the Prime Minister, who is like in charge of the country. But when you're doing an American, a US election of this kind, you are not actually voting for representation in your area. You are voting to who's become president, and it's like it's like two completely different like kettles of fish. Really, you're not voting for who's going to represent you in your area. You're voting for who's going to become president. So in that case, proportional voting, or
don't mean fuck.
It's just like, yeah,
it's useless.
It does seem. Yeah, PJ says the US is harder to understand. I disagree. PJ.
But here's
I think
the
UK
thing.
is just as bad.
Here's the thing. You know where this dates back to in the United States? Right back to slavery. Because this was a mess that was created by the leftover Confederates that had to concede and, you know, maintain the U.S. Constitution and the whole bit. But this is where it originally comes from. And that's why its baggage alone says, you know, there's a better way. But the reality is again, states have so much power that it's like abortion yes, abortion no, and so on. Like the states are able to control their individual laws to such a degree that I would learn state law before I decided where I was moving. Whereas in Canada, you just move because it's Canada, right? You know, the provinces can't do it like that. So I ask again, with the autonomy of the states, because they are the United States of America, the Electoral College and all the baggage that it brings forth and what it does to the system, I say it's completely wrong, should be scrapped. Your vote counts, you know, and maybe what we need to do is make it so, who do you vote for locally in your election? Boom. Who do you vote for federally in your election? Boom. All right, done. Right? You know what I mean? I think we do it that way here. But you know what I mean? I'm always voting for somebody around here, for fuck's sakes.
Can I make a suggestion? Can we do a fundraiser for me tonight? So to buy me the Ladybird book of UK and US election policies and how it works.
The Ladybird book.
Yeah, no, honestly, God, I think at this point it has to, because you grow up thinking you understand. You know what I mean? You grow up thinking you understand what's going on, and then you realize that what you thought was right isn't right at all, and it's completely wrong. And it's like I need at this point. I mean, I'm now 50 something years old. I can't even fucking remember. But it's like I need. By this point, it's probably too late, because by the time I actually start voting for the next election, you know, dementia is going to start kicking, and I'll just vote for the most colourful one. I don't know, but you know, I feel like,
don't you understand?
It's about time I need to actually understand.
I know. I don't even get the process in Canada, to be honest, right? Yeah. I just know when I'm allowed to vote local, I vote for the person that seems to make the most sense for my area. And when I'm allowed to vote federal or provincial, I make sure to, like, I don't pay attention to the rhetoric. For God's sakes, I hate the rhetoric. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Political parties in a run-up and in an election should not be able to talk about each other at all. You should only be able to educate me on what your platform is and what you intend to do. All of the other stuff is bullshit, and it should be saved for the tabloids. It's got to stop, because you can't educate the populace when all you do as an orange painted moron and go, this guy, he ruined our country. This isn't America, I know. That doesn't tell me anything. It's an opinion, you moron.
Yeah, I think as far as education is concerned, is that as far as electoral processes are concerned, is it's kind of just assumed that everyone knows, and then it will become to some smart toppy nosed git who will kind of explain it down to you, like, you know, you're a pleb, you shouldn't even fucking be involved, you shouldn't be even allowed to vote.
Yeah. And he's usually wearing a pair of glasses I wouldn't wear to bed, you know. I'm just kidding. I need glasses, but still, you know.
What, for bed?
You know,
there's
it's
my
getting there.
penis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There it is underneath that shelf on my belly.
Don't quite got the waggle I used to. No, but you know, I don't get this stuff. I don't like it. I think it's all got to be retracted and simplified. I do believe you could put the same thing on like the stock markets and whatnot. All this shorting, like people can make money betting on the fact that you're going to lose. No. That should all be illegal. The whole thing should be you buy shares for companies that you think are good, and they'll, you know, maybe make you some money.
No. This is why you have betting shops. This is why you have
it's
betting
gambling,
shops to
right?
learn
You know?
to learn how to become a member of the stock
it's
market.
unbelievable, right? You know.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff too. But now this is just going to become and Dick is in socialist mode. You know.
Yeah, we hate the world.
Yeah.
Become a termite.
No,
termites
but,
for the rule.
Canadians get called socialists sometimes too. It's ridiculous just because we believe in like healthcare systems. I personally believe that the country as a whole does better when everybody's healthy and can contribute. So I believe in addiction recovery. I believe in social housing. I believe in like a welfare program to help people get back on their feet. What I don't believe in is a revolving jail door with no rehabilitation where every time we let them out, they just screw up and have to go back in. That does nobody any good, right?
It is kind of funny that, you know, you talk about socialism and stuff like that. You know, your people will class you as a socialist, but isn't being a socialist actually the good thing?
Well, only to a point. A true socialist goes too far.
Right? I know. We're going to mention that little party in the in Germany that was socialist.
Night.
But I think you know, Hitler.
Okay, I'll stop hitting buttons.
There is that form of socialism, but I think you know, on the ground level, socialism is probably the actual sort of like thing we all want. It's just the way it's the kind of like
I just want an equal playing field for everybody to step onto and then try to succeed from, right?
It's like a step from communism then.
Well, I mean, Canada, everybody says, oh, you know, socialist Canada. Well, not everybody, but you know what I mean, those people. But we're only just enacting a general health plan for the entire country at this point. Well, not general, but it's subsidized. So if you make under $90,000 a year for you and your family, then you qualify. And I believe in that because, you know, tooth issues lead to eating issues, lead to pain issues and social issues and blah, blah, blah. And those people just can't contribute as much. Whereas if you've got a healthy, active populace, they're contributing, they're spending, they're earning. It pushes the wheel of capitalism, right? You know? And I don't think there's any arguing that. Having people that have like a food stamp program, but no actual stepping stone to get any further, that's only a drain. It has to be better.
Yeah.
It does.
Johnny Ringer in the chat says any free-based concept of ideology is a fool's errand. yeah.
And don't light the curtains on fire.
That is an interesting concept because you take an ideology and you go, right, well, this is going to be my version of the ideology. And, it's all gone wrong. What happened?
Yeah.
It comes back to the termites. This is the funny thing. It comes back to the termites. There was not like a year, like, 10,000 years ago. The society has been working really well. And this one termite says, you know what? I think we should do it this way. I think we should share the leaves in this way, and the whole civilization collapses.
Yeah, but seriously, in that kind of situation, you could have a collapse quick, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, but all serious and stuff. I totally believe this kind of thing. I'm not talking about people just being handed a life so they can sit on the couch and watch TV or something, Yeah. We've got a wet recovery place, meaning they're allowed to use, that's not too far from my house. And it's the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my life, because how does locking behind a gated little hotel, well, it's not little, but it's an older hotel that was turned into this place, and they put up fences and gates and stuff. How does locking an entire group of 140 drug addicts into the same place and allowing them to use do anything for anyone? It just boggles my mind.
You wait till they use the showers.
Dude, wow, they installed black tiles? No, it's your turn to clean, No,
that's not what I meant, but never mind.
Oh, okay. I
meant more of a kind of a Reiki kind of way.
Well, Michelle in the chat is talking about, they can test supply and all. But we have local runabouts and stuff doing that, because in my province, they mistakenly decriminalized the personal use of up to 3 grams of meth and 3 grams of cocaine, right?
Yeah, just like people sitting on park benches cracking it out.
Yeah, because the wording of the law was so bad. We had people literally pulling out their meth pipe and having a puff before they went into Walmart. And now politicians are scrambling to fix this because it's a fucking nightmare.
They're probably whipping it out and having a good snort on it. Just before they go in for their court case for possession.
Yeah. But we do have remote people that do safe supply and whatnot. So that hasn't actually been that much of an issue in our town, unless you're somebody who's still got heavy shame and you're not willing to admit and be a part of one of those programs, right?
It's a good job they're not. It's a good job they're not supplying it on Amazon drones. People can be shooting out of the sky, and the kids are going, there's 3 grams of crack in there. Delicious.
Oh, man. But I don't understand that, because there's not a focus of recovery. It's just letting them do what they do until they move into recovery.
Yeah.
You don't do that in town. Are you fucking kidding me? It was just a dumb idea.
It is an odd kind of because it doesn't really help, does it? It doesn't really.
I've had to deal with
change the situation
since this place opened. I've had to deal with 7 situations where some idiot that's just lost tries to talk to my son, who's 4 feet ahead of me walking down the street, and Felix will turn to him and say something, and the guy gets confused and he instantly starts getting into tough guy mode, and I gotta run up and just grab him by the neck and fucking throw him back and say, "This is not your moment, motherfucker." Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And my son is 6'1". So these people think he's a man, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Big mistake.
Especially with me, dude. Oh yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes. No. I'm just saying, Dick does wear a cape in public.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. So a few of us have been talking to the ministry and the city and stuff in this area because we're just sick of it, right? You know, like I got the scar in my hand because I had one of them digging in the dumpster, and I was saying, "Hey, buddy, you're making a mess. You got to go." And he pulls a knife on me. You know, come on.
It's like that scene on Dagobah, Luke and Yoda. You're making a mess.
Yeah.
It's my lamp. Keep the fucking lamp, you moron.
Yeah. You know, but some of these guys, I mean, like, start a fight over the fact that you're being told it's private property. You can't be digging through dumpsters and making a mess. You know, like, just go, man. You know,
Yeah, you can dig through dumpsters. Just be tidy about it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing, right? Dude's just throwing it on the ground. I mean, you can't be doing that, you know?
I'm digging for the good stuff.
He says, "Don't worry, man. I'll clean it up." It's like, no, that's not the answer we were looking for, okay? You know?
I found some chicken nuggets at the bottom here. I mean, what the hell do you think he was looking for? To be honest,
bottles and stuff.
Bottles.
Yeah.
Recycling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Right. And it's not worth a fight, man. You know? But it's a private townhouse complex. We've got people where, you know, I don't take my cans in because I'm not driving right now. So everybody knows when I put out a white bag, that means it's cans. If you're somebody taking in stuff, grab them, right? You know, we just leave them out for each other.
Oh, what do you actually get money back on cans?
Oh, it's mandatory in Canada. Every time I buy a bottle or a can of beer, I got a 10-cent deposit, and I return that can to the bottle depot to get my 10 cents.
I didn't realize it was on cans. Although I should say,
oh, that's why it started.
I do know that because you told me before. But you know, it's just like that's I'm just bringing it up again because you know, people might not know.
Yeah. I like it. You know, the one thing though, since we started getting these bigger recycle centers, a lot of the grocery stores and beer stores that used to take empties don't anymore. And I'm not sure where I stand on the fact that you can sell me the bottle, you can collect the deposit, but you won't take it back.
Yeah. That is a tricky one. I can imagine what it's like. So you know,
but at the same time,
you'd have to have, you know, to have kind of like, you know, municipality supported, you know, collections and stuff like that. If that's not there, if the infrastructure is not doing it.
Well, we have a company that bid for contract in BC a bunch of years ago, and now they have a facility literally everywhere, and that's why this is starting to happen, right? And that created some jobs, so people were like, cool. But we have a bunch of executives that make a lot of money and a bunch of employees that make minimum wage, all to handle the recycling of a deposit. So where is the extra money coming from? Government funding? I mean, like, I don't understand. All they're doing is giving me my money back, and somehow it's a business.
Yeah, they're all in their ivory towers, drinking champagne, throwing the bottles out on the street, saying, "Oh, let the plebs deal with that. They can have the deposit."
Get it, you know? I remember years ago, you used to be able to return your bottles in my town to the IGA, and they had a big fence thing on the outside. So we'd climb it, steal a bunch of the bottles, return them the next day.
What's the IGA? Sorry, you're gonna have to, you know. Context, my
International Grocers Association. In Canada, it's just IGA. That was a grocery store back then, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It was funny.
Bonkers. Anyway, you got a little note from PJ. We've got 3 shout outs to catch up on.
Oh, really?
When you're ready.
Dear God, at least he's paying attention. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So here, we'll use different sound effects for each one to make it, you know, more...
What, entertaining? Annoying?
We got Crazy Cat coming in with a message here. Last person disappointed with 2 inches was Stormy. Stormy Daniels took nothing, paid much.
She liked my 2 inches. It cleared her earwax out.
I think she's actually coming out with a pop song called 2 Inches. Who else we got here? Simon Townsend. Here we go. Motivation ain't hard. How many dead friends? Oh, yeah. Ukrainian flag at the end of that, too. Big, nice. You know this little heart thing that I can do because of the Apple product? I wish I could, customize the hearts. I could put Ukrainian hearts, right? That would be pretty cool. But thanks, Simon. And then Carl Jacobson became a member. Yeah.
Now that's not gifted membership, so he doesn't have to pick up the bar bill. Is that
That's
right?
exactly
Is that
right. Yeah. When you voluntarily become a member, not only do you not have to pay the bar bill, but the next gifted member will have to pay yours along with ours. That's how it goes.
But Dick will send you all his empty cans so you can recycle them. And get the
That's
deposit
right.
back.
Yeah. I'm not driving right now. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Get your butler to do it. Haven't you got a butler?
Imagine. Hey, get me a 6-pack. It's 47 Celsius out there. Come on, just hop the fence. It's right there.
Oh no, I just love it. All those moments on the stream. You say, "Oh, I've just got. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to grab a beer." I just want to lean over and go, "Jeeves, beer, please. Thank you." Off your top.
If I had somebody hovering over me, waiting for me to tell them what to do, I would literally look at them and scream, "I got divorced for a reason, motherfucker."
Well, what about if you got a robot? Because everybody's the concept that everyone's going to have like a fucking robot in the house, and it's just going to be standing there staring at you, in sleep mode, waiting to wake up like an Alexa, Can you go? Would you,
sir?
How would you
like
that?
me to take out the trash now?
Yeah, you did it 5 minutes ago. Do it again.
Yeah. No, I meant your guests, sir. It's time for us to have private time. Absolutely not. No way. We have
that would be weird, wouldn't it?
Oh man, we have a modern smart TV. I will not plug it into the internet because they've all been caught spying on us. I have a NVIDIA Shield Pro as my Android box for my TV. It's good for gaming and stuff. And their remote has a microphone, so I won't plug it in, and I use a Logitech Harmony that doesn't have a microphone to control it, right? I'm very anal about this stuff because everybody fucks you over in this day and age. And because like even ExxonMobil and everybody all just got away with, "We're sorry." That's the whole industry does now, is they just push, screw, and then go, "Oh, we didn't mean that. Here, everybody, love us again." And everybody just goes, "Oh, that was last week. We're cool." Yep.
You know what's funny? Last Friday, when we were doing the after show and just going into the after show, I said, "Everybody, like my tooth is going to come out. I can tell, I can sense it. I can tell it's going to come out." It didn't come out in the after show. I still got it. It's still hanging in there like it's just clutching on in his fingernails. But what's funny, really funny, next day on Facebook, God, the amount of adverts for orthodontists.
Oh, wow.
It's like, how the fuck is Facebook watching the show, knows it's me?
There was no text about that between us. It was only audible on the show.
I know this is the sort of thing that everybody talks about. I talked about this thing, and the next day I'm getting the adverts. How the fuck is that even happening? I mean, seriously, it's like
there's an AI voice recognition going on. You know what? That's that Hobbit fuck. Okay, here we go.
Is that what's actually happening, or is it just
It's gotta
coincidental?
be. No. Are you kidding me? When it comes to advertising on the internet, there's no such thing as coincidence. Absolutely not.
I know, but just having a conversation, even if you're not online, even
Do you have
talking
an
about
LG TV that's connected to the internet?
No, I've got a Panasonic. It was made before the internet.
Good. Keep it. Because LG will rat you out as fast as somebody says, I'll bid $5 for that,
But you do hear these stories all the time,
yeah.
from people saying, "Oh, I just talked about it and it came."
It happens to me all the time, I'm one of those people that Googles how to fix like a washer or a dryer and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I Google that stuff, I always get the ads.
No,
hold on.
You've Googled it.
Yeah, but hold on. I have noticed the trend over time that now we do a thing and we're using open source Ninja. So maybe what's his nuts is selling us out, for the money. I don't know. But I think it's YouTube. Because YouTube is Google. And I think what we say, they can attribute to our personal accounts. And as such, because it's Google, right? They have all the information. I truly believe that's what's going on.
Yeah, but I'm talking to you through Video Ninja. That's nothing to do with Google.
But we're on a YouTube channel that's using all kinds of analytics to analyze songs and stuff.
But it's owned by you, but they don't know me.
No, but they've already analyzed your voice on your old channel as well as here. They know exactly who you are. You use that same email login for your Google account and whatnot, and as such, this shit follows you now. I totally believe it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a test tonight in the chat. Give us some products to discuss, and we will see if they turn up in my Facebook in the next couple of days.
Okay,
let's see what happens. I want to buy a Maserati.
No. It has to be. It has to be something like out the range of somebody who, does what he does. So
we've already done analies. Literally, we've done analies.
Yeah. Mexican ponchos. Yeah, Mexican ponchos. Those things you wear over your head when you're leaning on a shovel trying to sleep on the job. Those things. I think we should talk about Mexican ponchos, and I do believe they'll show up in your thing. And there's no way that they would without us doing it.
I think I've already seen Mexican ponchos show up in my Facebook, so has to be something new.
That's just more proof that we're already correct, because the only way that would happen is because we've talked about Felix and the Hat.
Mm. There was a funny thing in Facebook once where it came up with like these directed ads, and one of it was for a lathe. Yeah, okay, get it. Quite wouldn't mind a lathe. Quite cool to play with. Got nowhere to fucking put one, but it's like, okay, I get it. It's a tool. Yeah, love it. But right next to it was like this woman in skimpy underwear. It's like, are you offering me the woman or the underwear? And it's like, well, the underwear would look crap on me.
Are they saying you're going to have to take the lathe to your tool to make sure that you can be like, you know what I mean? That's a heavy commitment. I would at least want to know her name first,
Who knows where that was coming from?
Oh. I do believe that's too much commitment to ask without, the proper information needed.
It was nice. It was nice underwear though. It didn't chafe, so it was all right. Good choice. Facebook. Pianos. BJ says pianos. Yeah. Ebony and ivory. Yeah. Who knows? Pianos.
Okay. All right. So and we've got Japanese kimonos. My dad used to do business runs to Japan once a year when I was like 9 to 13 or something, and my mother had all these like real from Japan kimonos to lay around the house in, and oh yeah, loved it. He had some funny stories.
She was the
from those
local
days.
geisha girl. Yeah, but that's a thing.
Yeah. Don't think that would have worked out. No. But yeah, that was funny. We had a few like vases around that were important like things and stuff, and oh yeah, it was funny.
Is that where they smuggled in all the drugs?
Yeah. Well, we had an elephant's tusk on the wall for a whole whack of years. And it was
What did
like,
the elephant think of that?
well, this is the whole thing. Don't give me shit about this. It was very old and it was papered. And some business guy gave it to my dad. And it was behind the bar for like 10 years as I was growing up. But then, as the whole Ivy trade started to get more and more publicity, it got sent to, I think it was the Fraser something school where they had all kinds of the right kind of people going on, but he went and give it to somebody because, yeah, but it was papered as, not illegal ivory. It was very old.
Yeah. It's a shame that a lot of these things get destroyed, because they just don't want to encourage the trade. But,
well, this went off to
by destroying them, that doesn't really help the illegal trade.
The one we had went off to the Fraser Valley something or other. It was a BC school or anthropology or whatever, thing going on. And but it ended up in a life of education. So, that was the good thing. It was cool when I was a kid, when like in 1974 or 5, when your friend comes over, oh my God, look at that. Yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. And then you get a few years of school in you and you just, oh, that's not actually cool.
Maybe they should have sent it back to India or Africa or something. And they could have, refitted it to an elephant that was missing a tusk.
If only that would be. But back in like 79, 81, when this happened or whatever, no way, Yeah. But,
I do love elephants. I couldn't eat a whole one, but.
I was reading about them recently, and because we did that article where they recognized the places of dude, I am not doing that. But
do that action again. See if it comes back again.
Yeah, they recognize the locations of their dead friends and stop and mourn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we might not understand the language, but the fact that people have seen this behavior repeated year after year tells me that they're communicating very well between them.
Oh, people have always said that elephants are incredibly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give it a math problem.
Yeah.
You can't figure it out.
They're amazingly big, huge, intimidating things. The fact that somebody could just be cruel enough to break them so that, you'll do what I want you to and all that,
Oh, humanity is insidiously cruel.
Oh.
I mean, let's just admit it. This is not mince, bones, meat, whatever you want to call it, words, whatever. Yeah, humanity is just horrible.
Yeah.
But, that's what we're here for. So, fuck the universe. You're ours.
Yeah, man.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. We're going to have it.
Liz Mailer in the chat there says, I can't go to zoos. I remember we brought my son to the Calgary Zoo when he was like 4-ish years old. Big animal fan, right? He was fascinated by the hippo thing where we could see them underwater with the glass. But he didn't seem like happy or anything. He was just watching them for a while. And then he really liked the zebras. You know, they had this massive, actually, I've told this story before, but wrong.
Yeah. We were talking about it on Friday, I think.
Yeah, but I told it wrong because it wasn't in Calgary where he got to really enjoy the zebras. He was actually disappointed there because they wouldn't come out of the little hut, right? It wasn't a nice day. And they had like a shitty little...
The zebras built a hut?
But down near Vancouver, I think it's around Abbotsford, they have a place where you can walk through and check out the animals. And instead of being like a zoo, they have like, you know, a proper half an acre to run around on.
That's more of a wildlife park.
Yeah. It was there when he saw the zebras. It took about half an hour for them to come out, but when they did, we were stuck there. You know, he loved that place.
Just going to point out that Richard Stevens in the chat says it's pronounced zebra, not zebra.
Yeah, zebra. Yeah.
Doesn't work when you type it out, Richard. Doesn't work.
But here's the thing. I'm Canadian. We say Z, not Z. Right? But I still say a Camaro Z28, and I still say, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that cross-pollination thing, right?
Oh, doing that, are we then?
Well, I mean, you know, we trade a lot of things like illegal drugs and stuff.
Syphilis.
You know, girlfriends, you know.
Yeah, we got it. Now so have you.
But, you know.
Here you go. Pete I won't repeat it. It's just in the chat. This one. The pronunciation is zebra in the United States, and in the United Kingdom is zebra.
Yeah, if I did that to Felix, he would flip out. But if I was to say
stripy horse,
horse. But here's the other side of that. If I was to say to him, "Oh, that's a jaguar," you know, he would say it's a jaguar.
Yeah.
Right? He's not having that. You know?
Yeah, but you would do the same to him, though.
Dude, totally.
Yeah,
I can't stand it when somebody looks at like an E-type or something and goes, "Oh yeah, Jaguar."
Or it's always a Fiat.
Oh yeah.
A Citroen.
Yeah. Or when they get Aston and Austin mixed up, oh, that's an Austin Martin. You know?
an Austin Marlin.
Yeah. But, you know, that's the car lover in me. Oh.
Yeah. You're a very stickler as far as the names are concerned, as cars are concerned.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, a proper name is a proper name. So, like, a company that comes out of Quebec, Canada, they have a French name for their company. I'm going to try to pronounce it properly. But, you know, at the same time, you can't repronounce my name just because you're trying to make it localized. That's not me, right? You know, it's the same, you know what I mean? Proper names are proper names, right?
Well, the funny thing is though, a lot of places, the countries of origin will pronounce the names different to what we're used to as well. So
I was so screwed.
It gets really confusing.
I was so screwed growing up watching Murray Walker say names from around the world in Formula One racing, but I was learning the British way to say them. And it's funny. I got a lot of bad habits now.
Although I got to say, I do find it really pompous when people,
but that's how it's pronounced.
Well, they will slip into the tongue, the mother tongue of the origin of the thing. So it could be like cooking or whatever, and they're just I'm just trying to think of an example off the top of my head, but then they'll suddenly slip into
when they have to do
the French pronunciation.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it pronounced. You know, is it or you know. Whatever it's usually French. It doesn't happen with German.
Yeah.
You know, the people people never slip into that kind of thing with German.
You have
Spanish.
Yeah,
it's
but you
Spanish
have to,
or French. Or,
you have to go je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, exactly. It always seems to be like the Mediterranean kind of countries where they have to slip into the correct. Colloquial pronunciation and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so pretentious.
Oh, yeah.
Just call it what it is.
Yeah.
It's a bratwurst.
Yeah. And why do people do that whole in English? I don't know, that je ne sais quoi. Why can't you just say, I don't know what? Yeah, exactly. You know? The fuck is wrong with you, you know?
Do the French go, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Does that make them sound more, the other continental?
Oh, you're so exotic.
Totally. I saw a video recently that was really cool, and it was the Hollywood accent from the 1950s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, and it was this whole thing where Hollywood decided that they had their own European accent, and they just didn't,
Oh, well, that's we'll have to find out more about that because,
it's good.
Because in the UK, a lot of actors had to learn to speak in a very particular kind of way, so they sounded very, very intelligent, and that was rife in British cinema for years. You never had. You'd have a colloquial accent, for somebody, because they're the comedy character, right? But they weren't the main character. The main characters had to speak in a proper way, and a lot of that actually carried over to Hollywood as well. In the early days, is where they were kind of like came up with their own kind of weird language, a way to talk, which was kind of like a sort of like a posh British, but not quite.
Yeah. It was a posh British laced with a lot of alcohol.
In other words, posh British.
Probably by that time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was funny that they started to get rid of it. Thankfully.
Oh, totally. I hate that pompous. I was taught to talk like this because it's better. Kind of attitude in life.
But the other thing is, I hate it when it goes the other way. We have in the UK, the end up's like using. Kind of like announcers for TV shows, the kind of the guys
Cockney
leading up.
Isn't cool.
It's just using like colloquial, languages to like fill in the gaps between TV shows, and I think you're doing that on fucking purpose. Just get somebody who can speak properly, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. But I think they're going for like some kind of hometown honesty there, just to save local news before we all just consume it in links lists with Google and stuff, right? Just imagine if all these news sources actually go away, where are you going to get your links from all these sources? Well, they're just going to be people that regurgitate other people's bullshit. And before you know it, we're in a situation where you only get 20% real information, and you're left figuring out how to, swim through it.
You're just saying we ended with a grey goo of information and knowledge. And welcome to the show.
Yeah,
this is where you get your grey goo of knowledge.
This is PubChat, where you can cough up a fur ball and call it a lesson in life.
No, we'll call it the main story for tonight.
It's the reason for being. Carl Jacobson, welcome to the Shills family as a Shill apprentice. Yep.
Young Padawan, you.
Yes.
We'll train you up.
Hey, he joined voluntarily, so he doesn't get the barbell. We know who you are. All right. Yeah. We've got two people that joined the family voluntarily. That means their barbell is paid as well. Right. So
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I never thought we'd have volunteers.
It's a very expensive place to be given a membership, depending on your roll of the dice. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, we don't know your address. If we did, we would really send the bill out. I mean, I would. Wouldn't that be funny if somebody got the bar tab in the mail and they could put it up on like Twitter or something and go, look, these guys are complete jokers. Look at this. That'd be funny as hell.
Inaccurate.
Yeah. And I would expect you to pay it. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny? Hey, everybody should give big hearts in the chat to Lauren. Lauren had a little medical emergency, recovering okay, back on the team and hanging out. So, hey, Lauren, woohoo! There we go.
Yeah, Lauren was Donald Trump's stand-in ear for a moment, and but he's they missed him, and they got the other one, so he's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, hearts for Lauren. Here, I think I know how to do this. Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it all starts with the colon. I know how it sounds, but I mean it.
It starts with a colon, it ends with a colon. Everything's colon here.
Yeah. That wasn't a reflection on hearts for Lauren in any way.
That reminds me, we haven't seen colon in the chat for a long time.
He's too busy giving out hearts. It starts with him, right?
He passed through.
Yeah, so we'll have to do an in honor stream. The benefits of lubrication.
Yeah, we got the sponsors.
Oh yeah, that's right. I shouted out Analies in one of our things, and somebody said, "Hey, I shouted out Fist It," and they said Analies, but that's that. I have to watch when I bring that tube out. I can't have that around when certain people are around, right?
Yeah, it's just a brand of toothpaste, Felix. Don't worry about it.
Can you imagine? Dad, what does this tube mean? Good shout, Matt. That's a big set of hearts. But, I'm not sure I want to have that conversation. You ever been in that position in life where you're like, I thought I bought enough alcohol, but God damn it.
Do you know what? I am literally in that situation right now, but I don't have the benefits that you have.
Yeah, I have quick supply run. But it's still 39 degrees Celsius outside. Like, if I have to go for a beer run and we continue a private chat after or something, I'll literally have to change my clothes.
You have to put Felix's sombrero on to run across the street.
That might fucking work.
Arriba, handle.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love Mighty Mouse. Or Speedy Gonzales.
Gonzales,
yeah. Love that.
Although, having said that, can't remember a fucking episode. Not one. Can't remember a single one. All I can just remember is arriba, handle. That's all I can remember.
Hey, you want to see a self-admission of stupid? Let me tell a story.
Oh. Let me get the popcorn.
Yeah. So no, this will only take a minute. So I've seen Greg Terry do the patch, where he sticks it on his microphone.
Yeah, yeah.
And at first, because I thought they were like sew-on patches, I was like, how does he get it to stick to the mic?
Oh, yeah, we talked about this the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. So today I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, the Velcro behind the patch would probably just stick to my mic. So now I know the magic of how this works. I could probably,
Good job on the patch. It wasn't the furry stuff.
Yeah,
It'd just be sliding off. Yeah. Magic.
I will say this is going to fray my puff around my mic, so I'm going to have to order 2 more. But
it doesn't matter if it frays it though, because that would just add to its audio.
If I'm going to have a fight on who's scruffy, it's going to be me, not my microphone. Right?
Don't worry. No matter what happens to your microphone, you will win hands down every single time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So say we all.
That is never going to be a problem on this channel. I can guarantee it.
So I've got to do a little bit like a 10-minute parenting thing and get my son his supper and whatnot. But he had a day out. He was driving the boat and stuff. He had a great day. And he's going to want a little time to himself for sure. So I'm going to have a little extra time to hang out. I'm not a big fan of Discord as a place to hang out. So
meet Dick at the street corner.
Yeah.
Under the lamp.
Down at the crossroads.
He'll be the one with his leg out going, oh,
yeah.
Fancy a quickie.
But I'll talk to, a couple of the shills in the background, like Shayna and whatnot. We'll figure out what to do. And, maybe it'll be Discord. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. But look at that. I actually made it work, man. See that? Wait a minute. It's crooked, isn't it?
It's almost like you're a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite.
Drunken is as drunken does, motherfucker.
But you wanted to put over the shore bit, so you got to get like a strip of Velcro to put on the front of the microphone.
Yeah,
so
that's the whole. The where it's sitting right now is not where I want because it's like 2 inches above the mic now, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah. No, just get a little slither of Velcro to stick on the mic.
Yeah,
you can do it. I'm sure.
They designed this mic to be in front of me. See how the handle goes to the side? And that gives me this big bolt and stuff here. They didn't design it for podcasters, and yet it's the MV7, which was designed for podcasters. So, I don't know. You figure it out. I'm not bothering. Let's see here.
I don't think when they designed it, they didn't care where your nuts were.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true, and I wasn't sure where they were either.
Table.
Yeah, that shit stretches like nobody's business.
They're in his ankle. They're in his ankle socks right now.
Yeah, and I'm wearing some low ones. I'm almost getting blisters. Let's thank the team here.
Come on.
So we got Annette, who did a great show with Commander McMillan today on Beyond the Headlines. If you didn't take the time to watch it earlier, you should definitely take the time to watch it later. Commander let his guard down and had some good chats. It was really cool. We've also got Shayna, Crazy Cat, PJ CNET, and of course we got Super Chat Matt. And so thanks, everybody. Without the help in the background, we can do all this joking around. But when some of you post like comments and stuff, and they're good ones, our team puts them in our little private room in the background. So I find them there. If I was to sit here and watch the chat, well, we can't talk. Right. So the team does so much work. Right. Give him a hand.
And you thought he was cheating like a chess player with one of those butt things up his ass. He's vibrating the messages through. No, that's not how it works around here. It's just a simple chat thing.
No, yeah. So huge hand to the team.
Queen to Bishop, King to all.
Yeah, enemas for all, right? Come on.
Oh, now we're back to the voting again.
So, consumer advice. We always try to leave you on something that could help you in life and take you forward.
You did all your consumer advice when you were talking about how you roll a joint. So, that was a special segment.
That's not a bad one.
It's probably going to be snipped and put onto TikTok.
Roll another one.
Don't bogart that joint,
my friend. Oh, that's funny.
I'll tell you what, we'll see you all on Tuesday. Coming up, the next 42 show.
You can't score a goal if you don't keep your foot in the pitch. Oh, is that good? Stop doing that.
A slit if your bitch is in a... No, never mind. I wouldn't know. I was just making it up. It wasn't going to work.
Pull from rectum, try again.